Well, hey there, badasses. Welcome back to another episode of No More Excuses. Yes, this is the podcast that helps you kick fear in the ass and demand results. I'm your host, Sandy Ballard, the badass business coach. And yes, I've got my Pacers shirt on. I may live in California now, but I'm a diehard Pacer fan, Indiana Pacers, in case you aren't an NBA fan. And we're going to kick Oklahoma's ass tonight, right? Just like kicking fear in the ass, the Pacers are going to kick the Oklahoma's ass tonight. So, anyway, today I want to dive headfirst into some scary shit that's going around, the buzzwords that are not fun to hear. We're going to talk about the economy, inflation, and uncertainty. Oh, I know. It's crazy to think about how you're supposed to grow your business when everything costs more. Clients are holding onto their wallets like they're gold bars, and the future feels foggy as fuck, right? It's exactly what I want to talk about today, and not how to survive, but thrive despite the noise, the chaos, the shitstorm, right? Well, the economy is not your excuse. Yes, let me be real. Inflation sucks. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of paying $5 to $10 for eggs unless you go to Trader Joe's, but they're getting close. So people are more cautious. But guess what? Business owners have always faced obstacles, recessions, pandemics, global weirdness, you name it, right? So here's the truth bomb. The economy is not your excuse to play small. Now's the time to really dig in, right? Because sitting on your ass and blaming the outside world while your competition gets more creative, more focused, and creates more value for their customers, is they're going to beat you, right? It's not your time to wait around. There is no perfect time to make a move. It doesn't exist. Waiting for that perfect time for more money for the economy to correct itself. It's a damn myth. And creating your own timing is what you need to do by taking action, right? You've got to adapt or die. Here's where it gets gritty. The economy shift, you're it's not the time to panic. It's time to adapt. It's like, what do you need to ask yourself? Where is the value shifting for your clients? What are they worried about right now? And how can you solve that problem? Maybe you can't. Maybe you don't think you can. Can you tweak your offerings to meet a new demand? Are you still selling the same shit and expecting different results? Yes, the definition of insanity, right? Inflation is a reality. So, you might have to raise your prices if needed, but back it up with results. Offer smaller packages or payment plans if your clients need that. Don't just lower your standards, shift your strategy. You've got to stay fluid like water because what? Water doesn't stop at a rock, it flows around it, over it, and eventually breaks it down. Now it's time to be that damn water. Visibility is non-negotiable. When times get tough, don't go silent. A lot of times people retreat. They disappear from from the social world, from networking, from everything. And that's going to be the death of growth. You know, you got to listen in to what's happening. Even if you don't have the budget for a big ad campaign, you've still got your voice. You can still be seen. Get on video, show up consistently, give value like it's oxygen. People are still spending. They're just being smarter about it. And if you don't know who, or if they don't know who you are, then, what are you going to do about that? They sure as hell aren't going to give you money if they don't know you, right? And that's the beauty of social media. Even if you don't know where to go, just get out there and do something. Get out there and start networking or network differently. I shifted how I was networking last year, and it created a lot of good movement, good momentum, and I got new clients from that. So, how visible are you right now? Are you out there building those relationships, staying on top of mind, reminding people of what problems you solve? Visibility equals trust. and trust is revenue. All right. And now you got to think about cutting the dead weight. Yes. Take a deep breath. It's time for some tough love. If your expenses are out of control, cut the fat. Look at your subscriptions, the tools you use, systems, even clients that drain you. If they're not producing income or they're not helping you build your energy, it's costing you more than dollars. Be smart. Lean and mean is not just for your beach body, it's for your business too, right? It's summer, time to get that summer body and that summer body for your business. And take a look at how you're using your time. Are you scrolling TikTok? I catch myself doing that. Or are you tightening up your funnels? Are you complaining or are you connecting? I'm even looking at what you know, systems I use. Honestly, I love the website platform I use, but am I really using it? Don't tell if you know who I'm using, but I'm looking at changing that. I'm looking at, am I really utilizing what I'm paying for? So look at that. I have a client who even changed payroll companies, not because they were bad, because they weren't using all that they offered, and they saved a lot of money by switching. So believe it or not, you gotta really dig in and look at all those things because guess what? Your customers are too. And if you're not providing value for them, then you're going to lose them. So believe it or burn out. Here's the last piece and probably the most important. If you don't believe your business can grow in this economy, you're already screwed. The mindset you bring into this chaos will define your success more than any marketing energy. If you believe people aren't buying, you'll show up timid, you'll price cheap, and you're going to just reject sales. Just people aren't going to buy from you. If you believe your value is strong, your solutions are needed, you have what other people want and need. You've got to believe that. Then you are built to weather this storm and you're going to lead, grow, and you'll outlast the fear-driven folks. So ask yourself, what do you believe right now? What am I believing right now? Ask yourself that. What am I believing right now? Am I believing that I can succeed and grow and thrive? And how is that belief showing up in your actions or your lack of them? All right. So come on. It's rough out there, but don't you dare use the economy as an excuse because this is the No More Excuses podcast. You're here because you've got something to offer. You're out there doing what you do because you have something people need, even in these uncertain times. So get scrappy, get focused, reignite that fire that I talked about last week or a couple weeks ago. Be the badass that you are meant to be. And yes, if you need help sorting it all out, strategy mindset, or just a kick in the ass, hit me up. Schedule a free call. Sandi at sandiballard.com, Sandi with an I. And or just comment here. Find me on social media. I'm everywhere, the Badass Business Coach. Let's dig in and help you get unstuck, unstoppable, and unfazed by whatever the hell is going on out there. All right. So until next time, no more excuses, just results. Cheers.